Well, we start tonight with a story after a number of viewers contacted us, all pleading with us to protect their anonymity. And we've been following the actions regarding a local driving school. John.
That's right, JKO, and we've heard many rumors and a lot of speculation about what has happened in Zillah. Let me tell you about the whole incident from the initial complaint to how everything stands now.
Asked me, you ever heard of anybody getting this done in just a couple weeks? And I said, no, that's just not possible. That sounds very shaky to me. And he said, yeah, that's what we're wondering too. But then he disclosed to me some things that caused me to be greatly concerned, and that's why I contacted the DOL.
In December of 2024, Alex Hansen learned from 2 driving instructors in the Valley that the Zillah School of Driving had some questionable qualifications to become driving instructors and start a school.
But one of those instructors said to him, hey, you know, all you really have to do is show up and sign that you gave the lesson, and then you can leave. You don't really have to stay for the whole time. And obviously that's not legal.
The Department of Licensing retrieved Zillah School of Driving instructors William Derek Brown and Zach Dorr's training records. They were initialed by a certified trainer of trainers. However, he said that he never wrote them.
He will swear under oath that he did not give the instruction, and yet they presented to the DOL a record that he had given the instruction with his initials on it, his alleged initials. When the DOL showed this gentleman that document, he said, well, first of all, I've never seen that document, and those are not my initials. So that is a forgery.
The trainer of trainers says that he always signs his initials with 3 letters. However, only 2 letters were on the logs. He provided multiple forms that he initialed, all with 3 letters. Dorr told KIMA that, quote, I checked a box with the understanding that the person I checked the box for would validate that when asked, due to the massive payment that he received for his services. That was my mistake. I own that. At this point, the Department of Licensing were going to sanction the school and their instructors heavily with a $10,000 fine and a 10-year license suspension.
Obviously, this is America, and we have rights, and they have their rights, and so they appealed the decision.
Brown and Dorr provided more evidence to the investigators, and the sanctions shifted. Dorr admitted to having responsibility for anything illegal that may have happened. He was fined $1,000 and is unable to be a driving instructor until January of next year. Brown had to reapply and retrain to be a driving instructor legally. The Zillah School of Driving can reopen, and it has. In fact, City Administrator Michael Graham has told us that the business is in good standing with the City of Zillah. The DOL sent a letter to Hansen outlining some of the specific laws that they found to be broken. One that regards unprofessional conduct, specifically areas regarding misrepresentation or concealment of fact, and incompetence, negligence, or malpractice with harm to others. Another broken law regards the instructor's license. A third law regards suspension, revocation, or denial of licenses. Some lines in this law that have been broken includes false statements, fraud, and endangering educational welfare or personal safety of students. Another law broken is a WAC law by failing to provide satisfactory evidence for an instructor's license application. As I mentioned, the school has reopened and is instructing students. There are 3 instructors, including Mr. Brown. The school gave a 50% refund to all the students who were affected by the entire incident. Dorr is no longer a part of the day-to-day operations with the School of Driving. He told us in an email that this was not and is not criminal in nature, and that, quote, the decision affected me only as an individual. He also mentioned that some things involving the process of becoming a driving instructor is confusing and needs to be changed at the state level. It's worth noting that Hansen, who initially submitted the complaint, did tell me some similar problems and roadblocks in becoming a driving instructor. JKO?
Well, I think that's something we might look into, actually, because there seems to be an awful lot of problems to get certified, and this school is actually functioning, and the students, from what we've heard, are very happy with the school.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too.
Great. Well, thank you so much, John.